Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another easy English lesson. And today we're going to be continuing our series on words that sound the same but have different meanings, words or phrases. And today we're going to be taking a look at the difference between sometimes and sometime. Can you hear the difference? Sometimes and sometime. Let's get started. First of all, let's take a look at the word sometimes. Sometimes is an adverb. Sometimes refers to a time where you may do certain things occasionally. You may not do it on a regular basis, but sometimes, from time to time, you do. Let's take a look at some examples, and I think it will become more clear. Sometimes I like to walk in the park in the evenings. Sometimes she feels lonely, even in a crowded room. Sometimes the simplest meals can be the most delicious. Sometimes our best plans don't work out. They go out for dinner sometimes to enjoy a good meal that they don't have to cook themselves. Sometimes I forget where I left my keys. Sometimes it's better to remain silent. He is sometimes late for work because of traffic jams. Sometimes I read a book before going to bed. Even experts make mistakes sometimes. So those are some good examples of how to use sometimes. Now let's take a look at the phrase sometime. Notice, first of all, that they are two separate words, that they're broken up when you see them in print, or when you write them. Sometime. The phrase sometime refers to an actual period of time. The phrase does not specify how long the time should be, only that it has some length or duration. Let's take a look at some examples. I need some time to finish reading my book. Can you give me some time to think about that? It's been quite some time since we last met. Please take some time to review the contract thoroughly before signing it. It will take some time to repair the damage to the building. Can I have some time alone? It took her some time to realize she had lost her keys. Let's wait here for some time before we start. She'll be away for some time due to her work commitments. Did you catch the big difference between the two? Here they are. Sometimes is an adverb, so it describes the frequency of an action. On the other hand, some time is a noun phrase referring to a duration or period of time. So one is frequency of an action. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. And some time refers to a length of time. Sometimes implies occasional occurrence. while some time indicates a certain unspecific period of time. Let's do a quick test to see what you've learned. Is it correct to say, I haven't seen her in some times? You're right. That is not correct. What would be the correct way to say this? You are very right. I haven't seen her in some time. Haven't seen her for a while. It's been a while since I've seen her. I haven't seen her in some time. Is it correct to say, she sometimes spends in the museum? You're right. That is not correct. How would you rewrite this sentence so that it makes more sense and is more correct? You are right. It is more correct to say, she spends some time in the museum. Well, that's it for our lesson today. I hope that you were able to learn the real difference between sometimes and sometime, and that you will now be able to use it correctly when you are speaking with your English-speaking friends. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, and if so, why not share it with some of your friends who are also studying English so that they too can learn the difference. And if you haven't already done so, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and join our growing family of students here at Study English with Frank. So long for today.